What it is called, it's called a multi-layered real estate finance transaction. That's what it's called, and the irony is that William Maselli, who was, obviously, was Obama's mentor, and that's one of his specialties as per his law firm.
Well, why would they do that? What would they be trying to hide?
What they're trying to do, remember now, what happened was they created a trust. Okay, well, really the trust already exists. It's the Northern Trust Company, trust number 10209. Okay, and in 2005, let me get to that point where this happened. In 2005, a loan was acquired from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac for $1.32 million, okay? And it was acquired by the Northern Trust Company for the Northern Trust Company, trust number 10209, for property PIN number 2011115-034, because PIN number 20115-026, in April of 2005, they did a release for $0 to PIN number 034. And this was done by the previous owner, Frederick Wandesberg. And he did it to create PIN number 034. And this PIN number lasted for 8 months, okay, from April of 2005 to December of 2005. It lasted for only 8 months. During this period of time is when the crime actually took place, okay? Because the Frederick Wandesberg sold the house to Northern Trust Company, trust number 10209, as the grantor. The grantee is the Northern Trust Company of a mortgage for $1.32 million from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir, it is. And now the one thing that I really found to be the pinpoint of the crime itself is that, as recorded June 2nd, 2005, mind you, less than 13 days before the so-called purchase of the property by the Obamas, was that there was no indexed legal description for the property and no indexed property information, as per document 0515339067. For the property, there was no indexes at all. And what that was an ABI, which is an assignment of beneficial interest, from the Northern Trust Company to the Northern Trust 10209.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they snuck it in there. And that's when they created PIN number 201115037, which is not recorded at the Cook County Recorder of Deeds, but it is recorded at the Treasurer's Office and at the Assessor's Office. It doesn't exist as per the CCRD.
So once again, we have a deliberate attempt to hide
yes, sir.
ownership and to confuse anyone on the trail.
Yes, sir. If you don't know what triggers to look for, you're not going to find it. But in my line of work, as a debt collector, as a skip tracer, I know what triggers to look for.
Well, if you didn't, if Barack and Michelle Obama were just ordinary folks, and you were on their trail for debts that they owed, and you came across, these bizarre transactions, what would that say to you?
It's real estate fraud.
Real estate fraud.
Because yes, sir. Because when I examined Barack Obama's income tax for 2009,
mm-hmm.
It's a 58-page document. Okay, on page 3, it lists federally how much he paid for his real estate tax, for his home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on page 57 of the same PDF, actually I got that from the White House. From whitehouse.gov. On page 57 is his state of Illinois filing for his real estate taxes, which shows, what did I do with that document? It shows on page 3 that he paid. He paid $22,456 on a $1.65 million house. Okay? And it also shows, write the PIN index number for the property listed above. It's blacked out on his Illinois tax return.
It's blacked out? It's been redacted?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yes,
Why
sir.
would why was it redacted?
Because they didn't want people knowing what the actual PIN number was to the property, and it was electronically done. Because I blew it up in my computer to 600 times, its normal size, so I could actually see the pixels in it, and that I could tell that it was actually electronically blacked out because the edges are perfect. So, and on his 2010 income tax returns for the state of Illinois, that page is not present where you're supposed to provide the PIN number for your taxes. So one question that I have is why didn't they do that under 2010 taxes?
When you're lying, you really have to just keep working hard all the time to cover up all the lies.
Yes, sir. One lie generates another lie.
Mm-hmm.
And when going back to the PIN numbers, when I had spoken to Cook County Recorder of Deeds, they could not explain to me why the property itself had so many PIN numbers. They didn't give me an explanation. They referred me to the treasurer's and the assessor's office.
I am still scratching my head over Harrison J. Bonell. Have you come across this name anyplace else?
No, sir, I have not. It does not exist. The polls that I did for his Social Security number for the 042684425 number came up as no hits.
The Social Security number that you have, is it the same Social Security number that other private investigators have come up with?
It's identical.
This is the Connecticut Social Security number?
Yes, sir. This is the invisible Social Security number. It's 042684425. And I can say what the number is because it's all over the internet anyway, so it's public knowledge what his Social Security number is. So I'm not at risk for divulging any personal information.
Say it again. Say it slowly.
Sure. 042684425. And I actually triple checked it on the 12th, just literally 4 days ago, with my master files. And I did a death master file that came up no hits. And I also did a search by, SSN index search, and it came up no hits as well.
Okay. Obama's Social Security number that he's fraudulently using, which belongs to a dead man in Connecticut, is that correct?
No, sir, because I actually researched that myself.
Or do I have that confused, or is it with a teenager? What's the story? Where did that Social Security number come from?
There are so many stories out there. I can't pinpoint the exact.
Okay.
The exact. I call them urban legends. I can't.
Okay.
Much,
but what we do know, Al, is that Social Security number 042684425 was issued to a Connecticut resident. Is that correct?
As per my records, it doesn't exist because there's no hits to it.
You're saying that the number doesn't even exist?
Yes, sir. As per my polls, because I actually did an SSN search, which is a Social Security number search, and it returned 0 hits.
Okay. Now, do you have access to the same databases that a private investigator would have?
Mine are actually better.
Really?
Because I pull from every database across the country to collect on my debts. I even have pulls from California. California does California criminal, corporation, civil licenses.
Mm-hmm.
I even do ABC pulls.
Okay, but you're saying the Social Security number is 042684425. Is this a fraudulent Social Security number? That's my question.
Yes.
How do you know it's fraudulent?
Because it came up with no hits, but yet he's using it with an alias.
Okay, I'm going to say this real loud and real plain for the FBI and for federal prosecutors, the U.S. Justice Department, if there is such a thing as justice anymore in the U.S. Justice Department, because it looks like a big joke now. the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, which apparently doesn't investigate anything anymore, for the U.S. prosecutors, the U.S. attorneys of each state, the U.S. Attorney of Illinois. We're going to say this on the radio. Barack Hussein Obama is a criminal. He is a pimp. He is a street hustler, a Mac Daddy. This guy is a fraud. He is a criminal. He is fraudulently using the Social Security number 042684425. He also uses, apparently, the alias name Harrison J. Bonnell, in addition to the name Barry Soetoro. Just how many names does this imposter in the White House have? That's my question to the FBI. And I would like the FBI to get off their butt and do what the taxpayers are paying them to do. Investigate and arrest criminals who are breaking federal laws. I'm fed up with the FBI's unwillingness to do its job. Now, we're saying it on the radio. Obama, whatever his name is, Barry Soetoro, is a lying, conniving imposter who needs to be handcuffed and taken to a federal detention center and processed and fingerprinted and indicted by a federal jury. And I'm just wondering how long the wimps in Washington are going to hide and refuse to deal with the criminal who is in the White House. Go ahead, Al.
I just wanted to add that along with the searches for his name, I also came across 58 addresses for him across the country. For
Obama or Harrison J. Bonnell?
For Barack and Michelle Obama.
58 addresses?
Yes, sir, in other states. I did a state-by-state search. I literally started in California and worked my way east.
Are these properties that he allegedly owned or rented?
Well, the properties are owned by other people or rented by other people, but yet his name, Barack Obama, with different Social Security numbers are attached to these properties, and I found 3 with Michelle Obama on them.
Wait a minute. Different Social Security numbers?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's 2 of them that Barack Obama is using in Illinois, other than his. I mean, it's the one he's using now, the 042, the current one, and then another one that begins with a 62526. And that belongs to a man and a woman who are using the same Social Security number.
And what state are they in?
Ingleside, Illinois.
Any connection to Obama?
Well, I couldn't, directly connect them to that, to be quite honest and frank with you, because I didn't want to get too involved, more than what I am now, because there's 58 addresses and hundreds of names attached to those addresses.
I mean, what are we going to have to do here? A citizen arrest because the FBI won't do its job?
Well, what we can do, you're going to think I'm crazy.
No.
But what we can do, one of the names attached to these addresses is Tony Tiger and Steve Young, Kamora Simmons, Mary Gross, Bobby Womack, Tyra Banks,